Okay, this is my last video for today. I promise. I promise. Alright, y'all. Y'all gonna be so happy for me. I have such great news. Last week. Was it last week? Yeah, because it's still okay. Yeah, last week I went to Baltimore or whatever, and I went to Baltimore and to see my friends and get my transcripts so that I can start school again because I took some time off after my father passed. Y'all know it. Anyway, so I went to Baltimore and my best friend asked me to go to school with her. And of course, I'm like, yeah, okay. She goes to Morgan University, the college. And I go to school with her or whatever. And I sit in her first class. It's nothing. I act like a regular student. I'm reading a book or whatever. The teacher, he was kind of like looking at me like, what the heck? And then he was like, you knew or something? I said, nah, I'm here with my best friend. And he was like, oh. And boy, let me tell you, that teacher looked so good. I was so ready to take my transcripts to Morgan and like let me come here. Forget what you heard just for him. The teacher was, But anyway, so that was that class. And the next class, I'm sitting in there, just sitting down, and he's asking the students like, what is their purpose in life? What do they want to do? What do they want their legacy to be? So they answering the question, whatever. And he looks at me and he asks me, so what about you? And I look back like, huh, what? And he was like, yeah, I'm talking to you. And I was just so shocked because I'm not a student. I wasn't expecting him to pay me any attention. So, of course, I'm like, well, I have sickle cell. I asked him if he knew what it was. He said, yeah. So I'm like, well, I have sickle cell and I want to teach other people about it. And I want to spread the word. I want to be like a sickle cell activist or, something of that sort. And I told him I make YouTube videos. And he was like, oh, you do? He was like, would you mind if we watch one of your YouTube vids now? And I was just like, oh my God, I'm so put on the spot. So I said, yeah, sure, or whatever. And I go up to the computer and try and get the videos to work. And of course, with my luck, the videos did not want to play on the little computer. So he was like, okay, class. And he started clapping his hands. He's like, give it up for the guest speaker. And I'm looking like, what? And he's like, you don't mind speaking, do you? And he was like, you said this is what you want to do. So I'm like, all right, no problem. I speak. So I get in front of the class and I just spoke about sickle cell. I told them what sickle cell was and explained it to them, told them how many people were born with it, the little statistics. I gave them the numbers. And I was just teaching and talking. And I felt so good. And they was sitting there, y'all. They was listening. Like, no lie. And then I did a little Q&A portion. And, they was raising their hands and asking questions. And I was able to answer all their questions and stuff. I got the little marker and I drew on the board what the cells look like. Like, I explained to them. I told them about my experiences. They asked about children and, stuff like that. And if it's hard and, what your life is like. And I just told them anything they asked. And it was this one chick, though. She really tried to make me look like a fool, asking me questions that I just could not answer. Not because, I didn't know the answer. She was asking me stuff like, well, what do you say about, a sickle cell couple that's in love that want to have a baby? How am I supposed to answer that? What you mean? People got a right to do what they want to do. If they're in love and want to have a baby, I can't answer that. I would, it'll hurt me. I would be hurt, but everybody deserves a baby. And if a sickle cell couple falls in love and they have a baby, then that's what they do. At least they, know what sickle cell is, and they'll be 2 steps ahead because they know how to take care of it. But it's like, I'm not going to sit there and say I disapprove. I don't disapprove of anything. If that's what makes you happy, that's what makes you happy. But she really made me mad, and that's the answer I gave her. I was like, how am I supposed to answer that, though? Like, of course it'll hurt me that the baby has sickle cell. But, do you know, women want to have kids, whether they have sickle cell or not. That's almost every woman's dream. But anyway, so I spoke at Morgan, and honey, y'all, I was put on the spot, y'all, and I was sharp as a tack with no practice. I was able to answer their questions. I was able to teach them. I was, you know, like you would have thought I was prepared to do that. And then the fact that they came up to me after class and was like, "Oh my God, you're so amazing, and you don't even look like you've been through so much," and da da da. And then this one girl was like, "Oh, my best friend got sickle cell. I can't wait to tell her da da da." And just to be able to teach them, and I took them about a lot. I had 50 whole minutes to talk to this class about sickle cell while I was up there. It just felt so good. It just felt like that's my calling. Like, I'm no longer doing it from YouTube. Now I'm going places, and that was it. But I was also booked to speak at a foundation. It's actually my best friend that passed away foundation. I spoke there, and now I'm thinking, you know what? I'm gonna do this. So, and I've got paid. I got paid. I wasn't even expecting to get paid to speak at a sickle cell function. It's like, if you ask me to speak at your function, I do it. I mean, I'm not going to turn down no money or whatever. But the fact that now I am a professional motivational speaker for sickle cell, that makes me proud. It's like doing the YouTube videos and everything is paying off, because now I can travel and speak about sickle cell, and that's all I want to do. And I've always said I just want to go to a college and teach, and God blessed me with that. I spoke at Morgan. And yes, it was just one class, but it felt so good to me, y'all. It felt amazing. And I know here I speak to the world on YouTube, and I interact with y'all. Y'all got my number. Y'all can call me. Y'all can write me. But this was just different because I saw their faces, and they was just sitting there like this, and they was raising their hands and stuff, and they asked. I told them about me being a vegetarian now and how that changed my pain, and it was just the best feeling ever. It was better than the best feeling ever. I can't even compare it. It's better than a Cinnabon from the mall. It was better than the first time I did my split. It was better than the first time my mom realized that this sickle cell, that I don't know. It was the best. It was the best. The best feeling ever, and I know that's what I'm here to do. And just to say, I am a motivational speaker. That's my title, a professional motivational speaker, a sickle cell activist. It's amazing. It is the best feeling. Sorry I took 8 minutes, but I did 2 events and got paid for one of them. It was amazing, and both events were so beautiful, and I just can't wait till it be like an event every day or an event every other day, and I'm on the plane twittering, talking like on my way to Cali to talk to this hospital or that hospital or this school or that school, or until I have my own foundation. Man, I can't wait. Y'all, I'm doing big things, and I'm not doing this just for me. I'm doing this for all of us, everyone with sickle cell, everybody. I'm doing this for everybody. This is so much bigger than me. Understand why I was so happy to teach that school, because I taught that class. I taught 20 people in that class about sickle cell, and those 20 people probably went home and told somebody else, like, yo, this girl came to my school today, and can you believe I learned blah blah blah, and she said this, that, and third. And then that person probably told somebody else. It's amazing. I love that. I love that. It almost makes me teary-eyed. You know what it brought me back to? It brought me back to the first time somebody sent me a YouTube mail telling me how thankful they are that I make videos about sickle cell. That's what it is. Alright, 10 minutes. Good.